Welcome everybody, another simulation session, August 13th by Gold Fanatic FX. Last time we just simulated the previous week. This time we're going to choose something random and try to discuss topics and concepts that I can show you guys live. So let's start the simulation right here. So we're going to do new simulation. Let's choose a random date. I'm thinking April. Let's do May. We'll start on a Monday. This day we'll have NFP, so let's do that. We can even talk about that. So I'm gonna start with 10,000. That's what I currently trade with. We're gonna do 1 to 500, 150 pips, and we're gonna do a fixed spread of 20 pips because I have less than that, but it's better to have higher so you can get used to trading with it, and no commission because I don't have commission on gold. So let's get this started. We're going to go to charts. Let's load up our charts. I'm not going to go lower than the 15 minute. So let's load up our 15 minute. (30-minute). I'm going to see if I can get music in these streams so it's not like quiet, because I have the urge to just keep talking to fill the space, right? But nah, it's okay. I'm gonna go up to the daily. I'm gonna try to get the 8-hour on this. I don't know if they allow it, but I do realize that the 4-hour and the 8-hour have been giving me a lot of information. Custom time frame in hours. 8 hours, perfect. And I'll do the daily. We'll just look at it in case we need it. In case we need some more information. Daily. Alright, let's load these up. So we have the 15-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour, 4-hour. So right now I am still using my older laptop. I did get the new laptop, got it set up and everything, but I'm gonna use this one for another week just so I can get everything figured out. So in terms of risk, we're gonna do 2% risk. Stop loss, we're gonna do visual mode. Trades. Let me bring this up over here. We want our profit in pips and our stop loss in pips. News, let's bring that up. We will have NFP, so we want to keep track of that. So let me put this to USD only. There you go. USD only, past events, we'll do 6. Alright, if we need this, we'll pull it up. Wow, I said 6. Just kept clicking it. Alright, I'm gonna try to change that to 6. Alright, fuck it. So charts, everything is good. History, let's go straight to New York session. I'm gonna start at 7 a.m. So that would be 14 a.m. in simulation time, or 14 hours. I do realize this is a little slow. With my next laptop, it won't be this slow. But so maybe I'll use my next laptop tomorrow, because I do want to do another simulation session. But as of today, we're going to stick with this. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to go to the 15-minute, get the chart set up. Let's go 30-minute, 1 hour. This indicator over here, all it's doing is telling me the previous day's high and the previous day's low. Alright, here we go. Let's do top-down analysis. So over here, we reach this resistance, which is now a support over here. So we are expecting to move bullish. We did break the previous candle's high after wicking down, but we are approaching a resistance over here. We are seeing a little bit of rejection. So let's go to the 8 hour, see what's going on. So I do expect price to possibly move up to here. We are currently rejecting, moving up. The previous day's high is acting as a support at the moment to push this candle up. Yep, so that's exactly what we're seeing. We are approaching a resistance over here on the 4 hour. We have support here, resistance up there. So I'm going to clone this to the other time frames. All right, let me back out. Okay, here we go. So this is 7 a.m. If we do expect a break above here for buys, I expect price to move up to here, but we may get some rejection over here. So I will mark this up. Let's see how many pips that is. So if we break this candle high again, we take a buy. That's about 40 pips. Not bad, not bad. For sells, I would probably look to sell below here. We have clean candles going down all the way down to this major support over here on the higher time frame. Pips, that's about 67. Pretty good, pretty good. So I'm going to clone this to the other time frames. This is the hourly time frame. This is a 30-minute time frame. So we are getting this rejection. We are sweeping up there, sweeping this liquidity up here. Previous 2 days ago, this high over here. So let's just watch price and see what happens. I might actually just mark up this over here too, because it's been respected quite a bit. Nope. I need to clone this over here. There we go. Nope, it didn't work. Yep, there we go. So we'll look for sells below here. Hopefully this doesn't give us issues, but we will watch and see. Let's see if we have news today. On the 5th, no news. Yep, no news. Around here, this stuff isn't really important. So I think we're good. Let's see how price plays out. Let's go to 15-minute. So we are getting some rejection. Let's see how it goes. If we create a support here, and then we continue to move down during New York Open or a high volume time, we could look into sells here because we have these clean candles here, but we need this candle to close bullish on the 30-minute time frame. So 7:30, we are getting this push up. Let me pause this. Let me zoom in. Let me scale fix this so we can move around freely. Let me check the higher time frame. I think I will enter a buy here. I want to be slightly careful because of this wick. Let's see how big this wick is if we want to fill it. 23 pips, so I think that's enough space to move up, especially with the 30-minute breaking its previous high. So I am going to take a buy. I should have done 1% because I am a little iffy with it, but it's okay. So I'm going to get rid of the TP. There you go. Stop loss below the current candle. So that's around 20 pips, risking $200, 2%. We're going to pull up the trades up here. We are approaching New York Open, so we're expecting volume to push our trade up. And if you have to manage risk, that's perfectly okay. So here we go. We got it in pips. Let's see what we can get. So I am expecting this wick to get filled over here. Either I take profits at 10 pips or I wait for this wick to get filled and take majority of the profits. Let's go to the lower time frame. We may have to manage risk here. So we are down 5 pips. This could be a rejection. So we'll just see what happens here. The 15-minute has closed. If this breaks the high of this 15-minute, we will keep all positions go. Okay, so we are getting a little bit of rejection. If we break this candle's low, I will close 50%. So this is New York Open. We are getting the volume that we were expecting. So we are at around, this is a little slow with the pausing and stuff. Right? Okay. So we are approaching the low. I'm going to close 50%. Right here. We're going to close 50%. And we're going to let the price go. If it hits our TP, it hits our TP. But it's all about managing risk. We want to lower our risk potential. How much we're going to lose. Never want it to hit the full stop loss. We always want to risk less so we can make more. So in this case, I took 50% off. If I get confirmations to add another buy, I'll take that. But at the moment, we are not getting anything like that. Currently, I am in a buy. We are waiting for this candle over here to move up. So we did move up. In this case, it moved way too quickly, but I would have added another 1% position right here on the break of this high, but this moved way too quickly. So currently we are 28 pips in profit. I am going to close 50% and then expect price to move up to here and let the rest go. Oh, sorry. This pen's a little annoying. You know what? We have 0.5 lots. I'll do 75% just to secure our trade. Close that. Put profits at break even. So now we'll risk-free trade. We're going to let it run. We hope to reach this target over here, and that's where we'll close everything. So as you can see, New York Open volume did give us a nice push up. We did manage risk. We are approaching 8:30 a.m., which will give us more volume. We can see here prices moving very nicely. We are up 43 pips. That's insane. Ooh, 50 pips almost. We're reaching our target. I am going to close this out. So now we risked 2%. We managed risk and we have secured 1.29%. And this is before NYSE or anything like that. So if I wanted to let my runner run up to here, I could have absolutely done that. But just because we have to manage risk, I kind of just want to close it off. So now let's move on to the next day, just because we've taken our trade and that's all it is. We don't want to overtrade or anything like that ever. So this is 1 hour. Ooh. This would have been a very nice opportunity to take a buy up here on the break of this candle high to move up. Very nice, very nice. Let me just check YouTube. Anything going on? Nope, looks okay. Alright, let's keep going. We're going to hour 14. I'm going to try to do one full week, not like last time. We'll see how it goes. I just don't want my system to crash. It doesn't look like it's doing too good right now. So we'll go to 14. This is 7 a.m. Eastern time. This is when I come to the charts every morning. So let's do fresh analysis. I want to clear everything. Let's go to objects list. Just going to select everything here. Rectangle, rectangle. Close it off. I have to go here. Delete. Perfect. So let's go to the 8 hour. What are we seeing here? We broke above here. We swept all this liquidity up here. Right up here, this double top. We swept the liquidity, pierced nicely above, closed bearish, moving bearish again. Let's go to the lower time frame, see what's going on. So we are currently looking for sells, but with this support resistance that could be a support, we want to be careful. Let's go to the 1 hour. So this candle has already closed, so it has already created a support here. So if we wanted to sell, we could look for sells there and expect price to move down to here and expect some reaction over here. So let's see how many pips that is. This is around 30. Down here is around 70. Not bad. So if you want to look for buys, this is a resistance over here. We look for price to break above here. We have this wick close. We have this wick over here. We would expect that wick to get filled and for price to continue up to probably around here. I'm gonna clone all this. Oh my god, I just deleted everything. Alright, it's okay. Let me just draw these out so we can go to the lower time frame and begin watching price move. I'm gonna get rid of this one just because that's not something we want to focus on. That's just something we want to be careful about. So I'm going to delete that. So we're looking for buys above here. I'm looking for it to reach somewhere around here. So I'm going to clone that. Let's go to 30 minute. I need to select it. Select. Let's clone. There we go. So sells below here, buys are actually really tricky here. Let's see if we get a resistance formed, and then we'll see if we can look for buys then. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. Let's go to 111. Let's go to the 15 minutes, see if we can see anything. Nope, just consolidating at this support. 30 minute. Let's see if we can get a bearish candle close. We have created resistance. Then we're in a good position. So 5 minutes, 30-minute candle will close. There we go. Let's see what's going on here. So you got this bearish close. Doesn't look like there's a wick. We are breaking this candle's low. We are breaking the previous candle's low. I don't want to take a sell just yet because it is breaking in the first minute of the first 30-minute candle. So I'm going to slow it down, but I'm going to wait because it did break. It is close to breaking the low, but it's in the first 2 minutes or so. We wanted to give it time to consolidate, collect liquidity, and then continue breaking down. As you can see, if we entered a sell, it would have been a rejection, right? So we want to see what's going on. It's all about patience. We want to just wait 1 more minute. If you missed a trade, it's okay. It'll happen again tomorrow. So we can see it's currently rejecting that area now after that quick move down in the first minute or so. So we may see, look at that. That's exactly why we wait. So I'm going to enter a buy here. I would have entered earlier, As I said, I wanted a resistance to form, so a candle to close bullish and then bearish, and a support has already been formed, and we have broken this candle's high. It's a little risky, but this is all about learning. I'm learning myself, so I'm gonna put stops below here. Yep, stops below here. That's about 34 pips. That's kind of a lot. I'm gonna try to reduce it. Let's put it below this bearish candle and this zone. It's around 23 pips. I can live with that. So let's go to trades. Let's slow this down. Let's watch it. Let's watch price go. So we are looking for just 10 pips. Probably put stops and break even once we're 5 pips in profit. There we go. 12 pips, 11 pips. We're going to close 50%. Stops at break even. That's all it is. 80%. We're going to put the stops at break even. We're going to let it go. And we do expect New York open volume to maybe even push it higher. So we are rejecting. If you get stopped out, we get stopped out. Runners most likely do. There we go. We got stopped out. This candle created a huge wick. If it continues down to break this candle's low, I'll take a sell. That's what I talk about a lot in the daily analysis. Candles creating a wick and then continuing in the opposite direction to move down. It's exactly what's going on here. So we'll see if in New York Open we can get that push down or if we're going to continue bullish. So let's look at the other time frames. So the hourly time frame did close bullish here. We did create a support. We are rejecting this area. This candle is going to close in 15 minutes. The 4 hour, we are creating this wick to continue moving up. This candle is rejecting. Daily time frame, we're still moving bearish. So let's focus on the 30-minute and see what we're going to get here. 15-minute has closed bullish, has left a wick. Since we already got that trade in, we may want to leave it for now. It was a risky trade. As you can see, we are still in the range. We do have this messy consolidation here, but let's see what we can do. Just wait for the 30-minute candle to close. We are getting this nice rejection. If we break this candle's low, I definitely sell. See, very clean. We left a wick. We're about to break the low. There we go. I'm gonna take a risky sell. We should have waited for the candle to close, but I'm gonna put the stops up around here. I wouldn't do this live, but just because of the simulation, I want to do it to see if I can do it live. So we did get this huge wick up, and we're now pushing down. So on the 30-minute, I do expect this to move lower to at least down here. So let's see what we can do. This stop loss is pretty risky. We should want it up around here, but I just want to see if we can make this happen. So there we go. We are moving down. So on the hourly time frame, we did break this candle's low. We do expect this candle to continue. We are 16, 17 pips. Just because it's the hourly candle breaking the low close to New York Open, I am going to let this run a little bit more before I decide to close and take partials. So we are approaching New York Open. Let's go to the lower time frame here, 15 minutes. This is why you take partials. You don't want to see this type of rejection and stuff. You want to secure your profits and let runners go. But in this case, it is a simulation. We are just trying to see what we can get, what's going on. So if we close within the range, I will probably close 50% because we expect this candle to close outside of the range and then continue moving bearish. That's not good. I should manage risk, but I do have hope that it'll... Nope, I'm going to close 50% because we did close within the range. That's not something you want to see. You know what? I'm just going to close the whole position. Yep, so we'll just wait. This is New York Open. It's a little uncertain what's going to happen. We just closed this doji candle. So let's see where price wants to move and what direction we will move in. So we are still up 1% overall for the week. It's Tuesday. This is the 4-hour candle, 9 a.m. This is 8 a.m. So the 4-hour candle is pushing down. But like I said, we did approach right here, the support. We could get a rejection from there. So let's see how this 1-hour candle plays out, or the 30-minute candle. Like I said, we would probably get a reaction from around this area. So I should have secured profits as we came down here. But that's okay. That's something I learned. That's something I can use later on. So over here, it is a tricky situation because these wicks in both directions are pretty huge. So even if we do break the low, we won't be certain where to go. Let's see how these candles close. If it closes in the range, it's not a good idea to take a trade. If it closes below the range, we can expect this wick to get filled and possibly continue even further down. So let's see what we can do. We are breaking 15-minute time frame. We do want to see a close. If this candle can close below, it did what all these candles in the past could not do. So there's momentum for it to move down. That's what we're looking for. So right now we're just rejecting down there. We want to wait for the candle to close because closes are what gives us confirmations. These wicks are nothing. They don't give us anything. So for example, we could have taken a sell there and just straight rejection. We want candles to close. So we're still respecting the support over here. Very strong respect. So we may continue to move bullish, or we could just break this support completely. Let's see how it goes. 15-minute candle closed bullish. We are moving down now. So we are approaching 8:30 a.m. We do expect a volume surge around that time. Okay, so here I'm going to take a buy. And I'll put safe stops down here. How many pips is that? 25. I'll put it around here. 17 pips. Just because we're respecting the support so much, we wick down and we're starting to break the previous candle's high. Let me zoom in so you guys can see. So we're just respecting this report. Like, it's insane how much. Let me make this blue. Yep, so it's insane how much we're like respecting the support. We have this resistance up here. This candle closed weak bullish. This candle wicked down, respected the support, and we're continuing up to break this high. So I already took a sell with stops around here, and I expect this to move up to fill this wick and then possibly continue further. Stops are a little tight, so it's harder to manage risk, but the whole goal is maybe we don't need to do that. Can you guys see price? I want to make sure my face isn't covering it. Let me move this over a little bit. There we go. I'm going to put this up here so it doesn't get in the way. Let's see what price will give us. So 8:30 a.m. we are approaching. So I want to close at 10 pips. Alright, just because we approached around here, I'm going to manage risk, close 50%. I'm not comfortable with what price is doing, so let's see. Let's go to the 30 minutes. Let's go to the 1 hour. We are bullish after respecting that zone. Let's go to the 15 minute. It's a lot of noise, but let's see. I'm going to let this run to this target. I already closed half. So I don't want to close any more until we actually reach our target. So once we reach up here, I will close everything. So 8:30 a.m. we are approaching. We are getting that surge of volume that we like to see. We are respecting the support, so we do expect to see nice volume pushing up. We are currently at 17 pips. I want to see this wick filled. I should take profits at 17, but I do want to see this wick filled, and I do want to see it possibly reach that zone. So I am gonna 19 pips. I am gonna close partials here. We'll close 75%. I'm gonna put stops at break even, and we're gonna let this trade run now. So we are about to break the 1 hour candle high. That's what we want to see. This is giving us confirmation. Let me zoom. I can't zoom in anymore. As you can see, we have broken the candle high, previous candle high. So we do expect volume to push this candle at least to the next zone or continue bullish. And if we are breaking the support, this resistance, so it should push price up even higher. So let me get rid of this pen. Let's see what we get here. I'm going to go to 30 minutes so we can see price action a little better. Here we go. So this candle closed with a very small wick. So we want to be careful with that. It is 8:30, so we are expecting more volume. The volume could have been in this candle, but I do expect this to push bullish after respecting this support. We are getting some nice moves up. If it breaks above, let's see how the 15 is closing. So I will let this position go. If it gets stopped out, it gets stopped out. I want price to reach at least up to here. This resistance over here. So we are seeing these nice pushes. We have filled this wick. There's no opportunities to take another buy or add positions, so we just want to be careful since we've already taken a trade and we've held it. So it is still running, so we will wait. Maybe during New York Stock Exchange open, 9:30 a.m., we can find an opportunity. But since we already took a trade, we may want to just be careful from here. So the hourly candle and the 4-hour candle will close in 15 minutes. Usually during the 4-hour candle close, you want to be careful because there will be a huge pullback or something like that to keep retesting the previous highs that it has created. For example, right here, I'm going to close this position. So we are up about 2%. So we will leave it at that. I want to see how the 4-hour candle will close. Bullish. 8-hour candle will also close with this rejection over here. Like I said, it rejected this zone. This was going to act as support as it was previously respected as resistance. So this 8-hour candle will close slightly bullish. It's a bearish candle close, but with the huge wick that it left, it is quite bullish. So let's see how it closes. Let me speed this up. I didn't realize it was so slow. So we are getting those nice pushes up. We are almost reaching the target that we expected to reach up here. So this is how it's closed. So we see how we got that quick spike up in the first minute or so. That's what you want to be careful of. That's very risky. Price may be moving up right now because of the surge of volume in the 4-hour candle close, but it's better to wait for price to wick down than continue up. That gives you more confirmations. At the moment, this may be playing out how you want it to, but it's not always the case. You could get this quick rejection just after it does all that. So right now, I think sweeping this liquidity. Let's look at the 4-hour, 8-hour. Let me pause price so we can take a better look. Let me delete all that. There we go. Let me get rid of this. Alright, so we did close very bullish. We rejected this resistance, created support. So I do expect price to move up to respect the highs above here. Maybe not today, but overall I do expect that to occur. So that's on the 4 hour, 8 hours, breaking the high of the previous 8 hour candle close. So I do want to see that. So I think this is the high of the 8 hour candle. We are breaking that. 30 minute. So this is, we're approaching New York Stock Exchange open. So I'm going to wait for that. I want to wait for candles to close. Even though we've already taken a trade, I just want to show you this for educational purposes. So let's wait for 9:30 a.m. And I don't believe there is news. This is the 5th. Or it's the 4th. No news. Okay. Well, we'll wait till 9:30 a.m. So 9:30 a.m. Let's look at the 30 minute. We got this bullish candle close. 1 hour pushing up. 4 hour pushing up. 8 hour breaking this candle high, trying to push up. So as you can see here, we had no bottom wick. That means there's a lot of volume pushing the candle up. There was no selling pressure during this candle at all. In the other case, if there was no candle or no wick during the candle close above, that would mean there's no room or range for price to continue moving bullish. In this case, it's in the opposite direction. So I hope that makes sense. But we have a lot of volume pushing candle up. So there was no pressure to sell. So let's see what we can do here. 9:30 a.m. If we break that candle high, we could look at buys right here. Let's look for buys. We expect volume to push candle price up 15 pips. Let's look at our trades. This is a little risky because of this messy price action. It's crazy messy over there. So, but with the volume that we're getting, we do expect price to move up. Maybe not though. I honestly don't have a lot of hope, especially with how messy that is. But with volume, you could do anything. The only thing that will break through that messy price action is volume. Like that. That's volume right there. But we need a strong push. Let's see. I am a little iffy. My stop is a little too tight. Should have been down here, not during the current candle. I'm going to let it go. We'll see what happens. Yep, we broke it. Alright. That's why you want to be careful, because we did lose a profit for 2 days, but it is what it is. This is why you don't trade after you've already taken a trade. It's better to just leave. But since we're just learning to see how the time frames play out, we want to see how that is. So this is why I should have put the stop loss behind the previous candle, not the current candle, because this candle did move down, but it respected the low of this candle and it's continuing to move up. So if this was live, I would have taken a buy. The first buy would have been right here and not before this candle actually wicked down. So this is why I like to see the candle wick down and move up, because it respected structure and then continue to move up. So just because we've already lost, I'm not going to take another trade. But let's see how this plays out. I do want to see this move up. So we are approaching 10 a.m. London closes at 11 a.m. I'm just going to forward this candle by 30 minutes. See, that's exactly what I was looking for. I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about in this case. We just expected volume to push up. We respected this low right here. We expected volume to come in and push us bullish. Volume came in and broke all of this And if you want to see what else I was saying, with how with the 8 hour we rejected the support, I expect price to retest this high. That's exactly what's happening right now. We are retesting this high. I think it shows better on the 4 hour right here. We're retesting this high because we created the support on the higher time frame. That's why I don't go below 15 minutes, sometimes even the 30 minute. The 15 minute just gives me more room to manage risk and see what's going on. But the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and the 30 minute give me everything I need to know. Everything I need to know. Especially with those closes on the 8 hour, that was all I needed to see. This 8 hour close, so weak with this huge wick. Once it broke this high, I already knew it was game over. We just need volume to push it up, right? And that's exactly what happened here. This forward one candle. So we did have some indecision. What time is this? So this is around 11. This is around 11 a.m. London close. Then we had this huge move down. But we'd be out of the market, so even if we missed that move, it's all good. So I'm only at Tuesday right now, and the stream is running at 41 minutes. I may just cut it short because we did learn a lot. And tomorrow, I am going to use my new laptop maybe. So hopefully we can run through this much faster. Let's just see how Wednesday starts, and we won't trade it, but we'll play it out just so you don't get just one day. But since this is like a bonus simulation, it's not important. So I will actually I like this day. I want to see how this plays out because we do have this previous day's low over here. We are back at support that was respected before. I want to see this sweep down and continue up. So I'm going to forward by 30 minutes each time. Let's see what we can get. So we had this nice move down. Kind of similar to what we're seeing right now. So we're moving up. Let's see. So this is 8:30 a.m. We're getting a nice volume push. We swept this low. Exactly what I was freaking looking for. So this is 9 a.m. 9 a.m. You see how it created this wick, broke this low, and now it broke this high? It's exactly what I was looking for. Look at that. The direction is overall bullish. Maybe moving there slowly, but if you look at the 4 hour, we have this huge wick, and we are continuing bullish. So you have to look for these sweeps. This is how price moves from an intraday perspective. We have all this liquidity down here. We had the support, previous day's low, swept, pushes bullish. So overall, we are going bullish through the whole time. And that's it. So for today, I am just going to call it a day here. It's actually Thursday. Oh, okay, no, it's Wednesday. We did 3 full days. Okay. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. Sorry if this was slow, but there was a lot of value provided. I think so. We talked about support and resistance, finding targets, managing risk, when to expect volume, where to put your stop loss, when to take profit, where to take profit. So if this did provide you value, please like and subscribe. I am going to do another one tomorrow, and I'll try to do it much faster so it doesn't take up so much time. It's already 44 minutes. Really sorry about that, but I do talk a little fast. I'm going to try to slow down, but stay tuned for tomorrow, and we will do another simulation session, a random date. Hopefully we can get through it faster, but I don't want to rush it because the value I'm trying to provide, it takes time to get into. You can't rush greatness, right? Okay, yeah. So thanks for tuning in.